In Bloomberg Port, we provide two types of risk, ex post and ex ante risk. In other words, realized risk and projected risk of your portfolio. To see the ex post risk, you can go to the Performance tab and Statistical Summary subtab. All the numbers you're seeing on this screen is calculated from the actual historical returns of your portfolio for the given period. Under the risk, you can see risk-related statistics data. Notice that you have VaR and tracking error here, but you also have VaR and tracking error as a separate tab information on the top. The difference is, again, these numbers are ex post calculated from the actual historical returns of your portfolio, and the numbers you see under tracking error and VaR tab is projected risk of your portfolio. You can also see the ex post risk data by security level on the main view function. Again, you can right-click the column header, click Add Remove Fields, search by keywords, and also you can click this pencil icon right to the field name and then adjust the time frame. Say in this case, we're interested in looking at 3-month VaR and 3-month standard deviation. You can adjust the time frame here and then click Update. To see this information, again, at this sector and security level. So now to have a look at the projected risk of our portfolio, we can go to the Tracking Error Volatility tab, start from the summary page, and then specify the horizon period here. As our horizon period is currently set to 1 month, we're looking at 1 month expected volatility of our portfolio. Obviously, if we had a benchmark, we'll be looking at 1 month expected active risk of our portfolio. On this page, not only I can see the projected volatility of our portfolio, but I can also see the source of the risk. So to find out the source of the risk of our portfolio, we first decompose this number into factor and non-factor. Factor is systematic risk, and non-factor is unsystematic risk, or you could call it idiosyncratic risk. The top part shows the risk number in standard deviation. The bottom part shows the risk number by contribution percentage. So here we can confirm that non-factor risk is contributing 3% to the overall risk of our portfolio, whereas factor risk is contributing 97% to the overall risk of our portfolio, which accounts to about 4.63% volatility in 1 month time. And now if I click the non-factor risk, as this is security-specific risk, I can see individual security name at the bottom, and I can see how much risk is attributable to each of the security due to its specific factor. Moreover, if I click the factor risk here, I can see immediately majority of the risk of my portfolio is coming from equity, and then currency and fixed income. Firstly, if I click the currency, I can see that I'm getting the most risk from GBP, USD, and Swiss franc. You can also see exactly how much volatility you'll be expecting in 1 month time from each of these currency.
We can then click the equity risk, where the highest risk is coming from. And then at the bottom of the page, the equity risk is coming from country, industry, and style. If I click the country, I can see first of all that expected volatility in 1 month time from the Western European equity market is 3.96% volatility. In addition, there is some risk coming from a country factor. So right now, Spain is contributing the most risk in addition to Western European equity market, and the expected volatility is 0.27 in 1 month time. And if we go to industry, we can see that financial sector and IT sector or consumer discretionary sectors are contributing the most risk to our portfolio. And then we can also click style factor and see which style characteristics of our portfolio is contributing the highest risk to our portfolio. Here we can see that trade activity, size, earnings variability, and value factors are contributing the highest risk. From the fixed income, we can see that the risks are coming from credit and interest rate risk. Expected change in spread in 1 month time, we can see here is 0.22%. We can click this further and see that we're exposed to corporate credit and the regional credit risk. Under corporate, we can see immediately we're most exposed to European corporate bond credit market. And then here you can see that you're getting the most risk from financial sector within European corporate credit market. From the yield curve, which is contributing 0.21% volatility, you can see that you're getting the highest interest rate risk from Euro yield curve. You can click further and see that the highest risk will come from 7-year key rate swap tenor. And also, you can see that you have some risk exposure to 10-year key rate sovereign tenor and see how much volatility you can expect from this particular tenor. So on the tracking error page, you can see the source of the risk of your portfolio to get a better understanding of your risk. Upon confirming the source of the risk, and then we can now go to the VAR tab. Again, on the VAR tab, we can see the projected VAR of our portfolio. As our horizon date here is set to 1 day, we're looking at the maximum amount of loss in 1 day at 95% confidence level. With Monte Carlo VAR, we can see that our projected VAR is 3.2 million euro. We can also see at the bottom of the page the VAR breakdown by sectors and securities, and hereby confirm that equity is contributing the highest VAR, and then within equity, financial sector is contributing the highest VAR. Moreover, from the partial VAR data, we can see how much VAR we can reduce in case we remove entire equity sector or financial sectors. Here it tells us that if we remove the entire financial sectors, we can reduce the VAR by minus 1.5 million. Or if we remove CSFD as an example, we can reduce the VAR by 361,000 euro. Conditional VAR is the average P&L beyond this 95% level. So in worst case scenario, we can lose up to 4.5 million euro for our portfolio. But I also noticed from the top part of the page that we also provide historical and parametric VAR. You can simply click through each number to see the breakdown of the VAR calculated with different methodology.